Hello guys, in this video I am going to introduce you to a fine Portuguese language model. There are a couple of reasons why I wanted to show you this model. This model is a base model, by the way. It's not fine tuned and it is not tailored to any specific use case, but still it has got a very good legal corpus of data which is mainly geared towards the Portuguese. This model, Legal BERTimbau, is a dense encoder model based on the BERT architecture, and it is tailored for the intricacies of the Portuguese legal landscape, empowering natural language processing enthusiasts and professionals to execute in legal text processing. This model has been created by Rui Mello. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. And he works in Equal, which are also the brain behind the Sol LM, which I have covered in a lot more detail. So really hats off to Rui for creating this. And this was part of his thesis, and he has really done a wonderful job on this model. And there's also got a project page where he has put in more detail about this model, and I will drop the link in video's description. Let's have a bit more on this model. So this is primarily a sentence transformer model. When we say sentence transformer model, it means that it is a type of neural network architecture specifically designed to encode and understand the semantic meaning of sentences. Unlike traditional word level embeddings like word to vector or glove, which focus on individual words, sentence transformers take into account the entire context. These models use deep learning techniques, often based on transformer architecture like BERT or Roberta, to generate fixed size dense embedding for input sentences. By processing the full sentence rather than isolated words, sentence transformers can capture complex relationships and nuances in language, enabling tasks such as semantic similarity computation, text classification, and information retrieval. These models are trained on large-scale text corpora with tasks like sentence pair classification or mass language modeling, enabling them to learn rich representation of sentences that facilitate downstream natural language processing application. So that is what a sentence transformer model is. Now this model is, yes, it's a sentence transformer. It maps sentences and paragraphs to a 1024 dimensional dense vector space and can be used for tasks like clustering or semantic search. This model derives from the large Portuguese case legal um, model, which is another legal variant of BERTimbau large. It was trained using the MLM technique with a specific learning rate, and also it used around 15,000 training steps, and that actually got them the best performance for their semantic search system implementation. So this model is really best suited for semantic search, and it is geared towards Portuguese. Already there are more than 80,000 downloads of this model, which says something about this model. So let's try to get it installed on our local system, and then we will see its semantic similarity in action. Let me log into my local system, and then we will go from there. So this is my local system, which is using Ubuntu 22.04. I have one GPU card on it of 16 GB of VRAM, plus my memory is 32 GB. Let me clear my screen. The first thing we need to do is to make sure that sentence transformers is installed. So pip install sentence transformers. I already have it, so I'm just going to show you this, that which version I am using. Should be the latest one. There you go. So I'm using version 2.6.1, and of course you need to have the transformers installed. If not, that is fine, but it's always a good idea. Let me clear my screen. Let me launch my Python interpreter, and let's import the sentence transformer from the sentence transformers library. That is done, as you can see. Next, let's give it a couple of sentences in Portuguese. That is done. Let's download our model, and model is quite simple, small. I think just 1.5 gig or something like that. Should be done fairly quickly because I already downloaded it, and you can ignore this warning. Let's generate the embeddings by encoding these sentences with the help of this model. That is done. And now let me print out the embeddings. There you go. So these are the two sets of embeddings for the different words, as you can see. So this could be used for any embeddings for Portuguese. So there could be a lot of use cases, and that is why I wanted to show you. Another thing which I missed mentioning is that it is a BERT based model. And when we say BERT, so just wanted to give you an idea as what exactly BERT means. BERT stands for bidirectional encoder representation from transformer, and BERT is a pre-trained transformer based model developed by Google AI that understands language context bidirectionally, enabling a wide range of natural language processing tasks. And that is why it is quite heavily used, and it is quite a seminal model in my humble opinion. So this is one model which you can easily generate and use and download locally for embeddings and semantic search. Let me also quickly show you another Legal BERTimbau large model from Rui. This is again the similar model, and it's again a base model. It's not fine-tuned, but it is great for NLP tasks like name entity recognition, sentence textual similarity, and a lot of other stuff. Now let's also get it installed. Again, pre-trained model, but let me show you how to get it installed. This is my local system. Um, Always a good idea to just get out of here. Let me clear my screen. Then let's import some of the stuff like torch and other stuff. That is done. And now let's specify our model. So again, BERTimbau large. Let me download the model, and I'm putting it on my GPU device with CUDA. And that is done. You can ignore this warning. Let's also grab the tokenizer. This is the tokenizer, as you can see. And let's specify a Portuguese prompt and then put it in the inputs. That is done. Let's also put this input to CUDA and then ask the model to generate the output. Let's wait for the model to generate the output and then we'll print it out. Don't expect much coherent output there because this is just a pre-trained model, and the idea is that you will, if you like, you can fine tune it on your any of the data. I think if you are looking to do any Portuguese work, maybe a good model to do it. That's it. A pretty working model and a really small high quality model for embeddings and for the base model if you require. Now that's it guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I will drop the link to this model in video's description. Let me know what do you think. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, then please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.